Let's play this over here. Okay. Alright, chat room. Alright, the camera is like blocking my my Assassin's Creed t-shirt, but no one gives a fuck about Assassin's Creed, right? No. Get that basic ass trash out of here. That's some fucking, that's like some Kingdom Hearts shit. Get that stupid ass shit out of this house. No, what we're gonna be talking about is Guilty Gear. What we're gonna be talking about is Guilty Gear right here at the bottom of the screen. So the open beta just ended yesterday. So there was like a second open beta for Guilty Gear Strive. Another open beta for Guilty Gear Strive, because the first open beta that had like rollback netcode, albeit dysfunctional, and it was not very properly structured. Like, I remember on like the first day, you couldn't like get into the open lobby because, you know, R codes, shit like that, and I was just like, oh, fucking god, this is trash. But once you could get in, and once you like did all the network tutorials, stuff like that, those like stupid ass shit of like, you know, being a pixelated, you know, model, and like the butler will show you all the innies and all the outies. Then once you start getting into the lobby, which I'll save that for later, and getting into matches, more importantly, it was actually really fun. Like, this is the reason why rollback netcode is so good, and why rollback netcode is like such a savior. This is the reason why rollback netcode is like such a savior in this like game, because, you know, you couldn't do things that weren't like possible before in like delay-based netcode. You know, it's so like whack. Like, I talked about this before, like, you know, me playing Samurai Showdown, or me playing Dragon Ball Fighters, or what other like delay-based games have I played back then? Oh, Marvel vs. Capcom 3 at the start of my streaming platform. It was nauseous. It made everything of your movements felt like bricks. Like, they felt like you were swimming under like chains, you know, the old like ankle chains on like your ankles, like when you get to like prison camps or some shit like that. That's fucked up, but you know, it's not appropriate, but it's a similar metaphor to what I'm saying. Like, they just feel like chains weighing you down, and you can't do half of the stuff that you can do while you were training, you know, offline. But with rollback netcode, it's like, oh wow, I trained this combo in like lobbies. Trained this combo in like training mode, in like lobby training mode options, and I was like, yo, damn, this shit feels nice. This shit feels nice, you know? Like, I could actually do something instead of just, you know, doing nothing at all. And, you know, that's what they kept with Guilty Gear Strive Open Beta 2, and it's going to be the de facto netcode. It's going to be the de facto netcode in the final launch of this game. So I'm really happy about that. I'm really happy about that. But the other thing that I do want to address is what I said earlier, is the lobbies. Now, lobbies are not really a new thing to fighting games, unless you're like a newbie to fighting games, of course. But the lobbies are just like ways of communicating with other people, or hang out with other people who play the same game as you. Okay, for instance, like perfectly good. There's some good like lobbies in fighting games. Oh, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite has a good lobby. Power Rangers Battle for the Grid has a good lobby. I remember going into lobbies into UMVC 3. That's a pretty good lobby, but again, it's UMVC 3, so netcode sucks ass until Parsec hit UMVC 3, and you know, it has shined like never before. And there's of course like crazier lobbies in Arc System games, like to name an example were BlazBlue Cross Tag and Guilty Gear Xrd. Those lobbies have pretty good and interesting looking lobbies, because what you do in those lobbies is that not only do you like connect to other people and loiter around with said people in that particular lobby, whichever one you are, but you get to be like a customizable, you know, avatar, like a very chibi looking avatar with a paper mache mask. And you could like design your mask however you want. You could be like a Leo mask, or a Johnny mask, or a Faust mask. You could be like anything you want to be. And so when Guilty Gear Strive was, news of Guilty Gear Strive was like coming out, they were putting in the design of like, you know, this types of what you see down below, like these like pixely ass, you know, pixely figures, like just duking it out. And you know, we all thought it was like a joke. Like this like came out on like an April Fool's Day. Like this was just some casual Arc System Works tweet, like for something that some other obscure Arc System game, like The Missing or some shit, you know? I don't even know. I'm just making obscure ass, you know, names. But the lobby avatars are really weird looking. They don't function properly. Like, at least from my experiences in the open beta part 1. You know, the whole thing in the open beta part 1 lobbies is that what you do is excuse me, you whip out your sword, like something like something like this type of sword right here, something like this, like, you know, basic ass, you know, design sword I got from a field trip during my college years in my history undergraduate course. We went to like a medieval Renaissance type of like museum. So you just like whip out your sword like this, or whatever the fuck you wanna do with your sword, and then you just hope for someone to whip out their sword and then they connect with you. That's how the open beta would most definitely go. However, with this new beta, I'm just like chucking the sword around. Holy fuck. Oh god. With this new open beta, they added the feature of having dual stations. So they're like, you know, what I call them, like USB terminals. Like, you saw them a little bit earlier when you were just watching the screen down here. But they're like airport USB terminals to like charge your phones for the next flight. That's what I would like call them. You know? But it still has the same dysfunctionality as the previous beta, where, you know, instead of just, you know, whipping out your sword and just like hope for a match, you have to hope for the terminal to actually stabilize your own connection, to actually secure you a spot, and then you wait for a person to matchmake with you, which is a little bit horseshit. Like, I remember the first day I tried the open beta part 2, and that was like me coming back home from family during Eid al-Fitr, Ramadan, end of Ramadan festivities. And I was like, okay, let me play the beta with some homies like Zin and Leo. And I was like, man, why am I not connecting to Leo? Why am I not connecting to Zin with this like specific dual station? I have to go to like the dual station at the very top right instead of like the middle left. I'm like, wow. I tried like 5-7 times to connect with Leo and it did not work out. It did not work out properly. I'm just like, what the fuck, dude? What the fuck? So they still have the same like lobby isms than before, which is kind of astonishing, really. Like, how do you like keep the same problems but still like make it new? I mean, of course, you know, I wouldn't say I don't mind the lobbies, but it feels just so weird to like have this type of lobbies and expect, you know, people who love Guilty Gear or new to Guilty Gear jump on into this game and say like, oh, these lobbies are okay. No, they're not. No, they're not. Again, the best lobbies, you know, I could think of Marvel vs. Capcom ones, even though they're not stylish, but they're just like blocks. They're just like blocks and rows. They're just like blocks and rows, and you could like connect with people. You could like connect with people, play people with different ranks than you. Different ranks than you. What's the other? Fuck, I forgot. But you know what I mean, right? Like, it's a little bit weird. It's a little bit weird. I don't know, I mean, like, I could say, like, this type of lobby down here has, like, some sort of charm to it. Like, it's very pixely inspired. Like, it reminds you of, like, the good old, like, 90s stuff of, like, old-ass gaming, which is kind of like, and that's fine, but you expect, like, a game with good visualistic style, like Arc System Works. You know, like Arc System Works, to have, like, very stylish and exuberant styles, not just in the game, of course, but also in other quality of life stuff, such as lobbies and stuff like that. But no, they do not. They do not. It felt very weird. Moving around the lobby was like, it's okay at first, but then it's like, god, I don't want to play with this lobby anymore. I don't like this. I don't like this anymore. I like the matches. You know. I like playing against people in ranked matches or casual matches. And, you know, by the way, I didn't pick Giovanna this time in this beta. Last time I picked Giovanna all the way through, and that's how I rocked. But I went with another character. I went with Leo Whitefang, and I didn't get the chance to try out Leo Whitefang because, you know, Strive Leo plays so different. Strive Leo plays so different than, you know, Exard Leo, which is the game he hailed from, where he got like insane mix. He's got good buttons. He could like mix your ass up. He doesn't play like a Guilty Gear like a character. He plays Leo Gear, you know, and I was like, man, Strive Leo plays hella weird in this one. Like, of course, like that's the game's like combat mechanics. That's the way they are. You know, how I call them, like each button in Guilty Gear Strive appropriates as like, you know, a function. You know, like to hail from the meme of MVCI, like the function. Magneto is a function. He has an 8-way dash. But this is like the truest definition of what I would call like each button has a function, so to speak, you know? Like lights are there to like poke out the opponent. They're good for some cancellations, but they're not like punch, kick, slash, heavy slash. It's like punch and then special. Or punch and special, or punch and dust. Some stuff like that. The only thing that's there are like 4 different like structures. You could go like punch and then special, kick, punch and then special or dust, kick to special or dust. Then heavy, then no, not heavy. Slash to heavy slash and then special, and then there's heavy slash, whatever's, you know. But it's not the traditional combo route, which is very odd to me. Like, I like combos. I don't know why they got rid of that to make it more of a fundamental-esque fighting game. Make it somewhat similar like Street Fighter V. Evidently, this game is not like Street Fighter. It's more Darkstalkers than anything. But yeah, just like playing in the lobby, just waiting around in the lobby for matches to come through, even though, you know, I'm like not doing anything. I'm just like checking out some stuff. But, you know, it just felt super fucking awkward to play in this lobby. Like, I don't like this lobby. I don't want to be in this lobby. I'd rather play in some other lobby than this, you know? Like, I just wish that, Guilty Gear can make something, could make something a little bit better with their, lobby system outside of their, matchmaking. Well, then again, matchmaking is a little bit weird also, because you just loiter around in, like, a dual terminal station, whip out your sword, but also, like, turn the pages of the book, and you expect someone to come over. It takes, like, forever to get you into a match, and it's not properly there. You have to, like, wait for, like, you know, what feels like an eternity. Well, not wait an eternity, my bad. Nix that whole part out. You get matches pretty quickly, you know? You get matches pretty quickly because of rollback netcode. However, sometimes it will say, like, currently initializing a match. Sometimes it will, like, matchmake you with another dude. And you just have to pray to God that, like, the match will actually carry you. And you get to actually fight a dude. Most of the matches that I had in this, in the time I played the beta were so far good. Like, I get to actually play fools. But I would call it, like, 90%. 90% I would have good, connections. But the last 10% came from, like, the very end of the stream, where I was just, like, hunting for dudes and just, like, playing with dudes. And nobody came. The matchmaking was hella awkward, and I was just like, oh god. Oh god, man. But outside the lobbies, the matches felt, really great. Rollback netcode is, like, a godsend, you know. What rollback netcode really does, I'll say it again, is that, it's a prediction-based netcode system, where, unlike delay-based netcode, where just, you know, the game pauses, the game in-match pauses for a few frames, like characters will stop, like, moving. Rollback netcode will actually, like, predict the next input. Like, it's like a prediction-based system. It will actually figure out what move are you trying to, like, get out in that certain next frame, and it's more likely 5 to 6 frames, if I'm correct. I don't know the exact deets, but it's just my gut assumption. But, you know, it figures out, like, the next 4 to 5 frames. Let's call it 4 to 5 frames. And it predicts that it will roll back to that previous character and will, like, push that forward to continue the flow of the match. And most of the time, rollback netcode is good, but if you encounter someone with, like, a bad rollback netcode, a bad connection, then you'll see, like, characters teleporting, and, you know, how do you even react to someone who's, like, teleporting and, like, making out moves while teleporting, you know? Like, it's a little bit rough. At least, like, with this game, for the good part. Oh, I bet. Had to cough. The matches felt great, you know. Playing people in match felt really good. Like, there was no, like, teleportation, you know, instant transmission, all that meme stuff like that. It was really fun. It was really fun playing against people with good connections, and I had a lot of fun, even though I, like, lost a lot because, you know, it's Guilty Gear, right? It's Guilty Gear. You have to give them fear, or else they'll give you fear and start, like, mashing out buttons. And I'm like, man, everybody just mashes buttons. I'm not giving them fear. I'm not making them think. I'm not making them think. They're, like, no thinkers in there. I'm just trying to, like, think with ma think, you know? But it was fun. It's fun. I like Guilty Gear Strive. I'm just, like, waiting impatiently for the game to actually come out, man. I just want to play more. I just want to, like, play more. I just want to play more, man. You know, playing with these characters, they're a lot of fun. It's vital! Sorry, I was just looking at that screen cap. And I can't wait for, like, some other characters to, like, come back, you know? But, you know, speaking of characters, there were like a few nerfs to some characters that heavily hindered them. I wouldn't say hindered them, but at least, like, some good justice on some characters. Like, I remember in the open beta part 1 is that a lot of people were playing Ram. Fucking Rams. No, I'm just kidding. Or am I? Or am I? Or am I? Dirty sick fucks. A lot of Ram's playstyle is generally the same, but what I feel like a great hindrance to her game plan is that you remember the great broadswords that she has? If she launches one at you while you're close to the corner, it actually does like a semi-wall splat. It's actually a semi-wall splat, and you can't do anything about it. You just have to sit there and just like make her do and have to see her do like a wall transition combo or stage combo. Stage combo. Yeah, that's it, stage combo. And I was like, that sucks, dude. Ram just like gets so much good shit for free. And she still does, you know, to be fair, she still does. But Ram still is like a nasty little girl. Just looking at this match. But, you know, a lot of characters, you know, felt the same. I know they were like... Oh no, one character didn't feel the same was, Nago Ryuki, was that, the blood gauge seems to be manageable, but the draw side is that, if you go into like blood berserk mode or some shit, it's a little bit of a hindrance because it drains your life so much. Like you get to like half life, and if you face someone like a heavy combo character like Saul or Giovanna or Kai Kisuke, then that's gonna be like all your health bar right there, man. Like it's so goddamn much. Like, I get it. Nago Ryuki is like the coolest motherfucker around. He's got like good tools. He's got good options. He could like special cancel on top of special cancel for the sake of, you know, increasing his blood gauge. But it's like, man, they really neutered this. They really like want to make this guy not accessible as much. You have to really try hard into the dojo to figure him the fuck out. And I like Nago Ryuki. He's fucking cool. He's an Afro samurai. But every time I play him, it's just like he feels so weird. He doesn't play Guilty here. He plays Samurai Showdown. That's literally what he is. But once you get moves off of him, once you start making Nago, once you play as Nago and start giving Nago fear, then it's actually a lot of fun. But man. But outside of that, you know, characters felt nice. I hear a lot of complaints that, like, a lot of people don't like Giovanna now than she did before. But, like, Gio and Leo are still fun. It's just that they don't have a lot of, combo routes or combo opportunities. I mean, I could be wrong. They do have combos, but, you know, I could be wrong. I haven't experimented them as much, nor have I practiced them practically on other dudes. So I'm just like, I'm only assuming, but you know, they still got combos. They still got like good shit that makes them good. They still got shit that makes them good, but hey, you know, I'll still play those characters. I'll still like those characters because they're cool as hell. Like you know me in the Khaiza channel, wherever platform you follow me in, is that I always like cool characters in fighting games. Like I like Leo. Leo's a cool character. Gio's a hella cool character. I like Nago Ryuki. I absolutely love Johnny and Raven in the previous game. Like they're just so much fun to look at and to play as. And I just want to beat ass with them or get my ass beat with them. I don't care. I always like cool characters. I don't generally prefer to go for the Shotos or stuff like that, you know? Like, there are some people who like go for Shotos or the Ryu/Ken archetypes of the game. But man, if a character is cool, if a character is badass looking, I don't care how they play as. I'm gonna work hard as them and play as them, you know? But yeah, that's like my Guilty Gear Open Beta Part 2 impressions. You know, lobbies are still a mess. They're dysfunctional as ever. I don't know why they keep that. I don't know why they keep that, but it's the type of thing that we have to like live by if we want to play Guilty Gear Strive. If we want to play Guilty Gear Strive, this beta has to be kept. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. This is the way they're gonna do it. You can't just like put down a suggestion box and say, oh, go back to the chippies. No, it doesn't work like that. The team spent hard trying to make this lobby, so you know, as much as we don't like it, you know, we have to stick our guns and give them some benefits that like they worked hard on Strive. But lobbies are a mess. You know, characters got some things here and there. Rollback netcode is great. Can't wait for the final release. When's the final release? Like, I think it's next month, right? Either next month or like maybe it could get delayed, because you know, I could see that potentially being a thing. Because hey, why not? You know, the lobbies are still like dysfunctional. You still can't get into like R codes and stuff like that. I get that. I could totally get that Guilty Gear Strive could be like delayed to another month just to fix like the online lobby patches and stuff like that. I could definitely see that. And I'll gladly wait for that. The more time to fix on the game, the better. Don't like be hindered by fans and like, I want the game now, I want the game now. Take your time. Take your time. In this like gaming world, you know, taking breaks or having some days to repair the game or fix the game for like day one patches and stuff like that, that's good. That's good. That's better. I like that. I like that. Keep that up, you know. That's what makes games great. That's what makes games like good in the long run. Unless certain other games like, you know, Cyberpunk or The Last of Us 2 got delayed. Well, then again, Last of Us 2 Part 2's problem is with like story and characters rather than just like gameplay. But Cyberpunk, what else? Final Fantasy 7 to like name a few. But anyway, yeah, that's it for this like lobby. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and yeah, let me know what your impressions or thoughts or comments on this Guilty Gear Strive lobby, how this is, how this functions, stuff like that, in the comments box on YouTube. This will be uploaded on YT on my channel, like on Khaiza. Khaiza is the name of my YouTube channel. I don't have a custom URL address yet because I'm still in a low number. I'm like 43 subscribers, but if you guys can subscribe to the Khaiza channel right here, I greatly appreciate that. I do reactions, reviews on movies and stuff, impressions, real talks, fighting game online stuff, compilations, to like name a few. So I do those. I upload them Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and sometimes on Sunday. But be sure to subscribe to the channel, and you can watch all of my videos, all my crazy fighting game stuffs, shit like that. But yeah, that's it for Guilty Gear. Let's close this. Oh, whoa. There you go. Aniogato? No. Okay.